Hey y'all, it's Brenda. Welcome to Life on Goldman Road. We are back in the kitchen today to do strawberry jalapeno jam. Now, if you watched my previous video, we did the strawberry lemonade concentrate. Today we are just working through some more strawberries. Strawberry jalapeno jam is amazing over a block of cream cheese and Ritz crackers. It is the easiest appetizer you could bring to a party, and everybody will love it. So let's get ready and get into this. We're going to get our strawberries chopped up, our jalapeno peppers chopped up. We have got our sure gel ready to go in, some lemon juice, and some sugar. And just that easy, you can have strawberry jalapeno jam too. So let me go get our strawberries. We're going to get those going. I've got to find some gloves and chop up some jalapeno peppers. Let's get moving. All right, so right now I have out two 1 pound packages of strawberries. We're going to wash, cut the stems off, and core these strawberries just a little bit. Now, I said wash. We're not going to soak our strawberries in water because we don't want them to absorb a lot of that water. So what we're going to do is just run them under the water, gently toss them around, make sure they're good and clean. I have my colander here that we're going to do that in. So just be sure, don't soak your strawberries, just wash them. Now, they have a lot of seeds. I know this, you know this, that's kind of part of strawberries, but you can strain this and get a lot of those out, but we're just going to wash them up. They're kind of, how do I explain this? They feel kind of hairy right now because they have so many seeds. So a lot of that, even with just rubbing, those seeds will come off. Now I know that those are teeny and are hard to see, but a lot of that will come off just by washing them. So just kind of run them under water, rub them around in your hand and get a lot of that off. But then we're going to cut the tops off and core them a little bit, and we're going to save those tops and cores because we're going to do strawberry syrup when we are finished with our strawberries. But let's go ahead and get these washed up, cut, cored, and ready to go in our pot. Okay, I think the pollen and the snot and everything is starting to get to me. Today it's been rough. It has been rough. So I'm going to do another 2 pounds of strawberries. They are 16-ounce containers. There's 4 cups in a quart, right? And I need I've gone blank. Let me look at my recipe. Okay, maybe my math is right. So I need 2 quarts, 4 cups of crushed strawberries. So 4 cups is a quart, right? Y'all, it's a day. I'm going to do 2 more containers. We'll see how it looks. Now, in my last video, I told you about your jars. Your lids, your rings, your jars. That is super, super important to your canning process. But your fruit, your vegetable, that is your, that's your money right there. So you've got to be sure you've got a quality product. Now, I've had these strawberries for a couple of days. I picked them up on Friday. Today is Sunday. So, anywho. But this strawberry, and I know it's hard to see, but we've got a little soft spot right there. See? Got a little soft spot right there. So, this strawberry is still fine. I can cut that bad spot out. Not a big deal. I'm just going to eat it. That's how we're going to roll. I'm not going to put that soft spot, though, in my tops. I am going to do away with that, but I'm going to get to enjoy the strawberry. Now, I do want to show you this as well. Some of my strawberries have a little bit of a green bottom, we're just going to take that off. We're going to put that in our tops. And we'll use it in our syrup. But, so yeah. Alright, so I've got one more to cut up. Let me get some of these strawberries chopped up to see kind of where we are. Okay, so I've got my strawberries in the, whatever this is, my boiler. I'm going to go through with my potato masher and mash up these strawberries. Now, we just want them, they need to be crushed. I'll get it out in a minute. So, we're going to go through and mash with our potato masher. And we're going to make sure that we have 4 cups. We need 4 cups of crushed strawberries. I have my jalapenos here ready to cut up and go in as soon as I know I have the right amount of strawberries. I have got to get my water bath canner going. This is another one of those projects that we are going to can and preserve. So we need 8 half-pint jars. I'm excited about this one because I know this is something that we're gonna eat. We're gonna take to parties. We're gonna have at parties. This is just one of those quick and easy appetizers that is just great. So, and you always want, and when you're doing, you want the pieces of strawberries. You don't want like the whole strawberry, but you want, I mean, that's pretty broke up and it's gonna cook. So I'm gonna measure out and make sure I've got 4 cups. That looks pretty good. There's a few that's still needing some work, so we'll get those done. But look at those beauties. Look at those beauties. Now, if for some reason I have more than I need, it's not a big deal. Remember, we're doing juice or syrup with our tops and everything. It'll be used. It'll be used. So don't worry about that. So I'm going to measure this out, see what I got here in my pot. We will go from there. Okay, so I measured and I have about 5 cups in here. Now, the question is, do I keep those 5 cups because it's only a cup extra, or do I go back down to the 4 cups? And I don't know that it's like so barely 5 cups. So I think I may leave it. I may just do a couple of extra jars in our water bath canner. So right now I'm going to get our jalapenos chopped up. I have our Sure Gel here ready to go. Okay, found some gloves. Oh, because I do not want to rub my face after I get in on this. So we've got to core our jalapeno peppers. And I have a core somewhere. I just don't know where it's at. Now there will be one. I'll leave seeds. I'll tell you what, let's just split it. Okay, so inside of a jalapeno pepper, the seeds and this membrane, those little seeds, that is the hottest part of this pepper. So if you get all of that out, usually it's a pretty mild pepper. Let me get a spoon. I think a spoon would work better. Yes. Okay. So we're going to take out the seeds and the veins, membrane, whatever you want to call it. And we have a nice pepper that we're going to chop up fine. This reminds me, oh gosh, and it just squirted me. Hang tight. Let me try to save my eyeball. Okay, maybe I'm gonna live. Y'all will know it in a minute. So by doing this, the jalapeno pepper reminds me of a bell pepper. These kind of have the smell today of a bell pepper for some reason. What little I can smell, but anyway. So we're going to take our spoon and we just rake it down the center of our pepper. And all of that just comes out. So it's not hard. You got to be prepared, because you don't want this on your hands, because the oil of this pepper can get you. And you don't want to, you know, wipe your nose or your eyes or anything like that and have jalapeno pepper juice all over you. So we're going to continue on. I'm a terrible cutter. Oh, goodness. A lot of times we'll take a jalapeno pepper like this, core it out, and stuff it. Have y'all ever done that? Oh, that is fun. I'm sure we will do some of those this summer. We love to do those with burgers on the grill. But a stuffed jalapeno with some cream cheese, some cheddar cheese, some bacon. Oh, it's fabulous. Now, this last pepper that I have, and I still have one more to cut up, but this last one, we may leave some seeds and membrane in it, just so we have a little bit of heat to mix with that sweet. Now, we're not going to do overly poweringly hot. We want people to be able to enjoy this, but we want a good amount of heat coming in with our sweet to kind of balance everything out. So let me get this one finished and we will kind of look inside of our supposed little one and see what we've got going on. But this is not hard to do. Just take your spoon and just rake it down your pepper. Okay, let's see what we've got going on inside this pepper. Okay, so not bad, not bad. It's got a little bit of membrane, and I'm gonna kind of fold it over so you'll see. Oh, it's a perfect one. We have a few seeds, sorry, but not many. So we're going to leave that pepper intact and we're going to chop it all up. So I'm going to get rid of our garbage and we're going to chop this pepper that we have here. So let me see if I can get this. So hang tight just for a second. Okay, so now it's just a matter of chopping up our pepper. We want to get pretty small with the pieces. So I'm going to chop it. I'm going to make it into strips first. And then we're going to chop it. And then we're going to chop it probably again. Somewhere around here, I have a chopper that, like, you know, the ones that you can beat, pound on, and it chops your stuff. Seems like I have something else too. But anyway, we're going to see how this works for just a second. This knife is not the knife I need. I can tell that already. So let me find my cutting board, a good knife, and get these all chopped up. All right, y'all, I found my little mini chopper, my little Cuisinart mini chopper, and that thing is fabulous. I did personally a fine chop. There's a pretty big piece there. We'll kind of get it off to the side, but we've got some seeds. We needed a cup of jalapeno peppers, so we cut up 5 jalapeno peppers. So I think we're good here. I'm just going to go through and kind of see if we've got any big pieces or anything like that that would not be appetizing in our jam, and I think we are good. So, oh, here we are with this. Okay, so I'm going to add this in with our strawberries. So here we go. That's so pretty. That red, the green, the color is fabulous. Okay, so we're going to go with that. All right. I can get all my stuff to stay where it's at. All right, we're going to give this a stir. See what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, so let me double check my recipe. Also, let me get my jars, my canner going, because you know that takes time. I've got my sugar gel here ready to go in. Got my sugar also ready to go in. So we're rolling. So let me get my canner, my jars, and I'll bring you back when we start adding stuff back to this. I just have to show you. Y'all remember in the height of the jar shortage, I could not find jelly jars. So this was in 2020. You know, everything happening there. So I had to order jars. I was terrified because I knew they're coming all this way. They're gonna be just broke. Y'all, every one of my jars were bubble wrapped, and then another layer of bubble wrap, and every one of my jars has been perfect. I've had no dinged lids, I have had no cracks, I have had no breaks. This little company, and I will try to link them below, but they were just absolutely the best. I'm still working through these little jars because you don't use them very often. I do have some in here in our water bath because you never know when you need a quick hostess gift or, you know, something like that. So, but I just had to show you, they all came individually bubble wrapped. Loved it. Loved it. But anyway, we've got our jars and our canner. Our canner is heating up. I have added a 1/4 cup of lemon juice to our strawberry jalapeno mixture. We're going to add our box of sugar gel, and we're going to bring that up to a simmer. Now, once that starts simmering, we're going to add 7 cups of sugar. And I'll have to read my recipe to what we do then. But I don't know how long we boil it after we add our sugar. But anyway, you know how this is. Everything kind of happens all at one time. So my canning escapades yesterday, then my canning escapades today. I need to make room. So while my canner heats up, I'm gonna make my room. I'm gonna take my strawberry lemonade concentrate. I'm gonna take it. It's been sitting for 24 hours now, or right at 24 hours. That is gonna go in my pantry. I don't know about you, but I usually remove my rings when I take them to pantry. But anyway, I'm gonna make some room so we can what we're working on today. Okay, y'all, I know, bad angle. We're working with what we got. So we're bringing our strawberry jalapeno mixture up to a simmer, and then we're going to add 7 cups of sugar. Now we're pretty much there. We've got our strawberries, our jalapenos, a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and a pack of Sure Gel in here. Now we are starting to simmer, so we're going to go ahead and start adding our sugar. So here is 2. Four. Whoops. 6. 7, and we are going to scrape down our measuring cup. Now, what was in here was lemon juice and a little bit of strawberry juice. So nothing big there. So now you need to watch this, because this will boil over, and you do not want this all over your stove and your kitchen and everything, because this is one good sticky mess. So we're going to get our sugar incorporated all in here. That's got to be dissolved. So just keep moving it around. Keep it off the bottom. And then we're going to bring this to a boil for a minute. And then we're going to reduce our heat. Let the bowl settle, and we will skim our foam off the top, and then we can jar it up. And I'll have to go back and read how long we processed for, but that's where we are right now. So let's get this sugar dissolved, and I believe it is. So we're going to bring this up to a boil and boil for a minute. Now a lot of people will see this start to boil, and they're thinking they're at that boiling stage. But if you stir it and the boil goes away, you're not at a boil. You want a boil to where you can't stir it away. And when you get there, that's when you time for your minute. So we are not there yet. We're not even simmering quite yet. But we're getting there. I do not have this on high heat. I have this on about a 5-6. So just kind of doing this kind of slow, because, you know, Mr. Big Man here is coming up to temp. And it's pretty much there. He's ready. So we're just waiting on this right now to come up to a boil. And we should be there very soon. Okay, we're starting to get some action. Maybe y'all can see in just a second. Now, this stuff will rise in your pot. So that's why you've got to stay here with it. I'm going to go ahead and put our timer ready when we are, my canner is keeping y'all from seeing the boil, but we're at a boil. We're at a boil. Can't stir it away. We're rolling. So I'm just going to kind of keep it stirred, because I don't want this foam to come out the top. We do not want that. Lord, we do not want that. Now we are still at a boil, and I'm playing with my temperature a little bit because I want it to stay in a boil, but I want it to stay in the pot. But you see, it came all the way up to the top. So a deep boiler is really and truly what you want with this, because this is about to boil over. This is gonna go. This is gonna go. Golly. It has settled down. This is a lot of foam that is keeping it up near the top. Woo, our minute is over. We are going to, we are going to reduce our heat. I'm going to put this back in here and pray. There it goes. All right, reduce our heat until it settles. It's still bubbling, so we're still good. But it has come off the rim of this pan. It came all the way up to the tip top. And it's boiling still here in the middle, and I know you can't see it, and I apologize. See? So when that stops, when it's all just good to go, we're going to take and scrape off this foam and just discard it. We're going to discard it. So, woo! I'm going to knock y'all over yet. Alright, so we're just letting it settle down. I don't want to stir it too much. I just don't want it to stick to the bottom. But I think we're okay. But we've got a bowl over here and a ladle, and I may get a spoon to skim that foam. We'll be ready to go with that. Discard our foam, and then we'll be able to get it in our jars. All right, y'all, we're fixing to start skimming some foam. We have pretty much settled. So we're gonna take I've just got a spoon, just a, and we're gonna take it and just go right over the top. And skim that off. Now our fruit is right there underneath, so we want to be sure to get the foam and not a lot of our fruit. So this stuff is sticky. Let me just see. I may can do better with this spatula. This is the only thing. Sometimes it gets a little tedious. You hurry up and wait. You've heard that saying. This is kind of that stuff. It's fast. And then when you get with this, you gotta be a little bit more precise. Because we want a pretty product. Now the foam is not going to hurt you. There's a lot of people that don't mind the foam. It just kind of sits on top sometimes, and a lot of people looks at it a little funny. Canning is one of those things that people still are not quite sure of. There's a lot of people in this world that believe we should just get our food at the grocery store and kind of be done with it. And I that's okay if you want to buy your food at the grocery store, but that's not to say that there's not going to be things in your food from the grocery store that that you have to watch out for, because come on, we've all heard the outbreaks of salmonella or E. coli or things like that. The recall that we have on so many of our food products. So that's why a lot of people have gotten into canning. You just need to make sure you do it the correct way, the safe way, so you don't harm your family. that is pretty good to me. I'm okay with that. I'll give it a little zhuzh. Now once that settles, I may can do just a little more off the top. But it's just, this is the tedious part. So don't get discouraged that it's not going fast. You know, slow down and enjoy your time. All right, I'm gonna continue on with this. Y'all hang tight, and when we come back, we're gonna jar some of this up, because I can hear my processor here, my canner, bubbling away, so I know my jars are all ready. They're the same temperature as my stuff here, so I'm going to get my jars out, get them ready to be filled, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're going to work with 4 jars at a time. So I will leave the original recipe down below to this, so you'll know all about headspace and how long we process and all of that good stuff. Now I'm leaving about the inch headspace. Trying to get juice and berries, because you don't want just juice. You definitely want some of those strawberries and jalapenos in there. Alright, let me get a damp paper towel so we can wipe our rims and put our lids on. Okay, let's move on to our next jars. Now we're going to move on to our little bitty jars, and we may need to add some more jars to our canner. Depends on how this goes. We'll be very careful filling our jars. This is so pretty. And I guess I have not really seen the little jalapenos. Well, there's one right there on the side of the... They really were fine, which is how I like them. So we are definitely going to need some more jars. So y'all hang tight. Let me throw a few more jars in my canner. We'll come back to this. All right, y'all, I have my jars in my canner. We're gonna process for 10 minutes once it comes up to a boil. This made way more than I was expecting. That extra little bit of strawberries in there, you know, really pushed it over the top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 half pints and 4 ounces. And I have 2 more 4 ounces sitting over here on my countertop that would not go in here. I'm not 100% about how to double stack in a water bath canner. Can you do that? I don't know. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, just stick these in my refrigerator. We've got a function coming up pretty soon. They will get used. So, not a big deal there. So we're going to process this for 10 minutes and take them out of the canner and listen for that glorious ping. Okay, here we are, taking them out of the canner. I've had several to ping already. These are just beautiful, beautiful. Now, don't have a fit, because sometimes it takes up to 24 hours for your pectin to set and do all of the goody stuff. This is still liquid in there, so just remember, it can take time for these to set. Now, if these don't set as a perfect jelly, I'm fine with that. I would rather have more of a little syrupy, a little syrup, a little jelly to go over the top of the cream cheese. We usually pour it over the top of the cream cheese, and if it was a solid jelly, that would be a little hard. So I hope it stays just a little bit liquidy. If it doesn't, I'm not going to cry about it, because this can be dumped out onto a serving tray beside the crackers and cream cheese, and they can get what they want. Did you hear that? Love that sound. Love that sound. All right, there's our little beaties. So in total, we had 6 littles, 4 ounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the half pint, 8 ounces. I'm calling that a good day. There goes another ping. All right, y'all. I'm gonna mark the 2 that is going into the refrigerator. I'm going to let these sit for 24 hours here on the counter. But as always, thank you so much for being in the kitchen with me, for hanging out, for just watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. So until next time, see you later.